is a mindless, merciless creature of destruction. She will find you. Prophecy, the monster movie. Rated PG.
See Prophecy, now showing at a theater near you.
Welcome back to the 31 Days of Spooks. My name is Dylan Goebel, and today we're talking about Prophecy, released in 1979. The film was directed by John Frankenheimer, the same guy who directed movies like The French Connection Part 2, Ronin, and Reindeer Games. Yeah, that John Frankenheimer. And it tells the story of these people who are investigating this pollution problem in this small native community, as this paper mill company is polluting this whole land and their water supply, and it's turning people crazy, and it's mutating animals severely and making them aggressive. And then, of course, by the end of the movie, there's this giant fucking mutated bear thing that's going around killing people. Yep, that's it. Now, just from what I'm describing this movie as, this just sounds like a B movie, right? It is somewhat. I wish the entire movie would have treated itself like a B movie, but the first hour or so of this movie takes itself, I think, a little too seriously for it to be considered like a real B movie classic. Now, when that mutated bear thing shows up, this movie becomes a cheesy as fuck, fun monster movie. But when it comes to the first hour, because this, okay, I'll just say this one thing right now. If you're expecting a fast-paced B movie, you're not getting that here for the most part. The first hour is slow and serious. So, yeah, if you're expecting fast-paced fun throughout the entire thing, you're not really going to get that here. This movie's short, it's only like 90 minutes. But the first hour is just so slow. It takes its time far too often for it to be a really fun movie. But as far as other positives go, other than the last 30 minutes of the movie being really entertaining, I love how cheesy the effects are in this movie. You know how a lot of older movies around this time period, they thrive on amazing practical effects? This movie, not so much. But I mean it in the best way possible. The practical effects in this movie are so cheesy, so not aged well whatsoever. You just can't help but just be delighted by the fact that they kind of did try, but it just didn't work out. You can tell that John Frankenheimer isn't exactly specialized in B movies. He's mainly in action movies. So yeah, when it comes to like a B movie horror filmmaking, it's just kind of delightful to see that the effects are just kind of hilarious unintentionally. But two real genuine positives I have with Prophecy is the musical score and the cinematography. Both of those things are immaculate in this movie. Okay, so I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray for this movie, and I will say, when I put on my sound system watching this movie, that musical score sounded incredible. It really sounded fantastic. And not only are the locations that they filmed this movie in just look nice and beautiful, but the cinematography is so well done. You can tell that they got some amazing cinematographer to shoot this movie, because this movie is shot to perfection. As cheesy as this movie is, and how some aspects of this movie has not aged well, like visually, the cinematography is still incredible to this day. Now let's get back to that final act, because that's where this movie really shines. This movie gets intense real quick. That bear kills people. I mean, it fucking kills people, and it is fantastic. This movie's rated PG, mind you. It's not an R-rated movie, it's rated PG. And there's some pretty nasty gore in this movie. I love the 70s and early 80s when it comes to PG ratings, because you can make a fucking R-rated movie, and as long as you didn't show tits or swear too much, you could show gore. and still get a PG rating. That shit is awesome. And yet there were still movies back around this time period that showed tits and be rated PG. Look at Airplane, for example. And yeah, whenever that fucking bear showed up, I was just laughing out loud because that is the goofiest looking thing. Like, I don't know if this was considered scary back in 1979 when this movie came out, but watching this today, goddamn, I was in tears laughing. It looked so silly, but I loved it at the same time. That's when this movie really shined for me. It just took full advantage of that B-movie goodness. I wish more of this movie would have done that, but that half hour is just so good. So funny, and just pure fun. I just love this movie mainly for its last 30 minutes. It is just so many positive things I could say in one movie, like in one movie review, just that 30 minutes alone. And another positive thing I could say about that last 30 minutes, there's some pretty good jump scares too. Normally, I'm not a big fan of jump scares in horror movies, but there's some pretty good ones in this movie, so I'll give the movie some credit there. So in the end, Prophecy, while the first hour is quite slow, that last 30 minutes just makes it worth the wait. I do enjoy this movie overall. Like, if you can get past just the slow pace of that first hour, that last 30 minutes, if you can handle cheesiness and if you don't care about how unrealistic a lot of shit can get, I recommend Prophecy. I think it'll be a fun time for you. It makes me wonder why John Frankenheimer didn't make more of these kind of movies instead of just action movies the whole time, but I mean, Reindeer Games is pretty funny too, but if you want like some genuinely good John Frankenheimer, yeah, The French Connection Part 2 and Ronin are your things, but if you just want a bit of fun, watch Prophecy. It is great. For the last half hour anyway. If I were to talk about the whole movie as a whole, it's fine, but man, just watch it for its final act. It is absolutely worth it. I am going to give Prophecy a B.